Hey everybody, Mr. Solomon here, and welcome to another episode of Dragon Saga's Newbie Guide. In the last part, we sort of cleared up some of the things in the Evil Spirits Mountain to unlock Haven of Peace F7. We also went out of our way to get Cryos F5 available, which, to the new quest requirement lists, is important for us to get Dracos later. In this part, I realized that I need to gain at least a couple more levels to bring you guys all of Dracos, which is a fairly long quest chain, and also to have Dragon Valley and Edge of the World available right away to basically round off the newbie guide for the level 1 to 80 range. But there is something in between that I can do. So, to give you a heads up on level requirements, this is going to require a minimum of level 65 to start. However, you will be kind of forced to gain like 30 or so % to level up after every few quests if you do it at 65. I recommend you gain like 3 levels first, just so you can get good experience from these quests, but not have to stop right away. So you can keep getting experience from these quests and cut those last few levels to 70 in half. Trust me, this is actually going to be basically for the mid-60s onward, this is going to be a good alternative to leveling that you can get out of the way in between all the expert dungeons and F7s and whatever you want to do. Alright, so to start it, let's talk to Varen over here. Newbie, thanks you so much for getting rid of all the evil inside the fortress. It's still there if you go inside though. It is much calmer in there now. While I was inspecting the chaos the monsters left, I found a very old book in the library. When I tried reading it, it crumbled to dust. I was only able to gather 2 words. Sky Garden and Legend. Though that information could be interesting for an adventurer like you. If I remember right, old friend Alvin in Odelia once told me a tale about a garden in the sky. In which case, you want to find out more, this would be wise best to go and ask Alvin yourself. Alright, I'm not going to spoil the experience just yet. He wants us to go talk to Alvin in Odelia. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to guess how much experience this is going to give me at level 68. 3, 4, 5. If you guessed over 50 million, you'd be correct. 6% from one quest. This is a talk to quest, by the way, which usually are very interesting. Bit of a heads up for you. Arcadia's entire quest chain, from its beginnings at 65 to the final battles in its endgame dungeon at 84, are going to give a lot of experience. In fact, it's something that kind of, I believe, inspired Popcorn's decision, and a lot of player base agreed with it, that the quests should be more of an involvement in the game, which is why he's currently in the process of buffing all the mid-game quest experience. So, let's accept this quest. 6% at that level, that's literally like one potionless run of Verdurous Forest at my level during an XP event. Let's do that. Quick run to Odelia it is. I got money, I can use the Puff Towers. And this thing looks like it's going to get... Oh, and if you think Puff Tower costs are going to be a hassle, this quest is going to give me 2 gold. So, Puff Tower costs are out of the picture too. Alright, let's talk to him to get our 6%. This would have given us like 14% or something like that at 65, but after you've done like a few of the quests, it would have told you level 66. Basically, if you do it at 65 right away, it just head starts you to the next level each time until you get to about 68, 69, maybe 70, and then like it'll let you do the last quests. Okay, let's talk to him again. I see, so Varen told you about to talk to me. He wants to tell you about an old garden in the sky. It's not often the case. Young people are interested in really old tales. Fuck. Okay. So basically it was a garden in the sky. It was a beautiful city. And apparently evil came and threatened the land. The sky garden disappeared. The friendly sky creatures that inhabited it also disappeared. And they've never been seen again. So apparently Laryl will know what to go. And for the same experience and gold cost, Laryl in Moonlight Shore Village is our man. Let's go, Frio. Yeah, I brought him back to life with pet food. Hadn't played in a while. It's called work, sadly. Anyways, Just also a bit of a head start. You can get these first parts started real easily, but getting through the rest of this quest chain is going to require having several dungeon unlocks from the level 40 to 60 range. So you'll see him as we enter him when we go over it. Okay? Didn't talk to him. Anyways, Legend of the Sky Garden 3. So let me get this straight. Varen found an old book in Van Cliff's library that crumbled to dust to talk about the Sky Garden legend. After that, Varen sent you to Alvin because Alvin wants blah blah. I hate it just I press space and instead of just going to the next part, it scrolls through this whole thing. I recently decrypted a book I found hidden in the tombstone right there. The book was a complete chapter regarding the tale Alvin told you. It's a nice story, but honestly, until now, I thought it was only a fairy tale for kids. It looks unfinished, but Varen found clues. It's more than just a bedtime story. Maybe Dark Magician Baron, who I think is an Ash Mist. Should know. Alright, let's go talk to him. I recommend you get like a pet mount with like the Puff Tower option and with the discount Puff Tower option for this quest chain. Even though they give you money for the Puff Tower costs, you save some money. Anyways, are you talking to me? I only talk to people who think are worthy enough. No, it's you. You're the one that killed the Bone Dragon Lost. I'm going to call it Lost. I grew up with it being named Lost and Sinuag. Anyways, I think I consider you as worthy. So what do you want from me? Well, okay, I already gained like a good almost 20% experience just talking to people. Let's see if we can round that up and get to 69 or even 70 from that. Anyways, yada yada, get to the point. There we are, finally. Why didn't you say so in the first place? So listen, I will tell you this only once, but let's go a bit further away first. I want to tell this to you in a confidence. Yes, I know about the floating garden. Yeah, chaos and... Okay, so it has something to do... See, this is a problem. Okay, so I'll just read this text. So, Laryl was right. Baron does know more. He tells you that the floating garden is not just tale, but real. Baron is sure that the place exists somewhere. Chaos inside him tells him visions about this location. So recently, these visions are getting stronger, but so far none of the visions told him where to find it, even though the Chaos wants him to find it. Baron asks you to look around the abandoned cave north of the snowy graveyard. The Chaos power is strong there. Maybe it'll find what he's looking for. So, now we have to go to Snowy Graveyard, level 64 map, and go to what is apparently a entrance that has a strong concentration of chaos energy. What is chaos, you might ask? Well, it's a world-corrupting superpower. Well, chaos can be one of two interpretations. It could be what Jeff Goldblum tries to make weird, stuttering speeches about. It could be a primal force of light and darkness that could eradicate multiverses, but is also used in its creation. Or in this case, it's just this weird, powerful sealing power magic type thing that can corrupt entire lands and potentially swallow the whole world. So anyways, we got that. Let's go back to Baron. Okay. Oh, there was nothing special. I've looked all around the place. I didn't see anything that could be. What were you looking for? And I didn't sense or feel strange. Alright. Next part. It gave me slightly more gold for that. Okay. There was nothing, see? But I have to find it. The Chaos wants me to find it. It's getting angry. I can feel it. No, stop. It hurts. Why, Chaos? Why? Okay. The truth had to be told. No matter what, if there is nothing there, there is nothing there. Maybe I should talk to him again. Ask if he knows about somewhere else. I can't talk to you. The chaos is too strong. Go away now! And it gave me 9% experience for that time. So, this was just a handful of talk to quests and going to a location, and I've already gained a little over 30% at level 68. It goes further than this. Much further. Anyways, seems Baron is not someone that we can talk to right now. Oh, but a new quest popped up with Mr. Jess here. Shh. Come. I almost read that as a word that if I got monetization from YouTube would get me demonetized. Come closer. Be quiet. Heard your conversation with Baron. Don't trust him. He just gave you a good show. Theatric like always. But he has right about one thing. It exists. And guess what? I know how to get you there. Okay. So Jess eavesdropped on the conversation and he finds out that he knows how to get there. There's apparently a ship known as the Sky Train, and if you get him some unicorn horns, he'll make you, to make him an accessory set, he'll get you a ticket to the Sky Garden. Even though it doesn't say it in the rewards, but we'll ignore that little obvious spoiler. Anyways, unicorn horns. They're from Snowy Graveyard unicorns. I'm sure I'm still at a good level to farm them because they're like level 65. Who knows? Anywho, let's go into the Snowy Graveyard. We just need to find some unicorns. Ah, here's one. Alright, these are not common drops. Joy to the world of RNG. They couldn't win at League. Okay, whatever. Alright, 3 out of 30. Not bad. Got these breakdancing wolves. Is there any unicorns here? Nope. Some more Street Fighter wolves. Okay, I think there's some here. Yeah. Just go around Snowy Graveyard. Just check around the perimeters. They'll be randomly perched amongst the various mobs. Be careful. Some of these monsters like to freeze you, so bring a matchstick if you don't want to get caught in a place for too long. We'll stop right there. Go up into this cavern. Hopefully this doesn't take me half the video time. You know how it is. Seven, 8, 9. 10. Oh, okay. I can't go that way. This part's actually very easy. Believe it or not, this is the easy part. They're going to take you on some very complicated parts later. Trust me, when you get later on down the line in the mid-70s, you'll start to see like the more meat and potatoes of this region. Okay. 19, 20, 21. Yeah, that's right. The drop rate seems pretty good. 22, 23. It's not quite 100%, but it's not like 20% either. It's not like trying to get that one thing that drops from like F1, but it has like a 5% drop rate. I forget which mission it was. I might have already covered it in the newbie guide. I think it was Forgotten Village. It was Forgotten Village. It was the thing from Forgotten Village F5. Which they made a little easier to access, I think, with this quest update that changed the prerequisites of quests. Because they wanted to make Forgotten Village required. So, while I'm gathering these last unicorn horns, I do want to ask a question. After I complete this first part of Arcadia, I'm going to head over to Dracos and complete Dracos, obviously. It's a long quest chain. I don't know how I'm going to do it all in one part because it is a big-ass dungeon. Or if it's going to be done in separate parts. It'll most likely be done in separate parts of where I feel is necessary. I got to see how the quest layout for it looks and what I need. I'm also looking for Dracos scrolls, as uncommon as they are. Because nobody runs normal Dracos anymore. They run its overcomplicated expert mode with half the floor, because that has no checkpoints. Anyways, we're gonna go back to Ashmust Village. We got Jess's unicorn horns. You're back. It's time to start working on my accessory set. Wait, I forgot something. Oh yeah, the deal. Here's your SkyTrain ticket. Just use it as usual. Bye. Alright, we got a SkyTrain ticket, and there's no train ticket in my inventory. Just these worthless potions and some silver coins. What are you yelling at me? What's your problem? We had a deal. 30 unicorn horns for a SkyTrain ticket. I got the horns, you got the ticket. So what exactly is your problem? I don't care if the ticket doesn't work. I never promised to give you a working SkyTrain ticket. Stop bothering me and leave me alone. Go away. Well, that's disappointing. Well, that's disappointing. I guess there's no hope now to get to the Sky Garden, whatever it's called. I mean, at least I got like 50% XP out of it, which was a good quest chain. Well, for real, I guess we should just go to Allura and get ready to climb Dracos. I mean, the Black Witch Paris is waiting. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I think we should give up. You're right, Frio. Don't look so glum, Frio. We'll fly one day. I mean, you somehow cart me around the world, so that explains it. Oh, well. There should be nothing. Oh, well, but I gotta climb Dracos. Get to it and motivate myself. I mean, it's not like Paris has a second form in her boss fight where she's top. What the hell are you doing here? Boring. Okay, for those of you who don't know or don't remember from the first episode, this was our adorable little assistant from the beginning of the series. He's been with us through thick and thin until about Trader's Ridge, where he thought we were ready to take on the world on our own. And he was right. Well, he did say he'd be back. Let's see what he's up to. Master, wait for me. This brings back memories. So nice to see you again. So much time has passed, and whoa, you're really strong now. You got fooled by the sneaky thief? Yeah, I saw it. Stop being mad. He's not worth it. I'll tell you something. Throw away the SkyTrain ticket if you haven't already. It's a fake. You won't need it. Want to hear what I have to tell you? I mean, I can trust you, big guy. You're interested in what I have to tell you. That's great. I mean, who couldn't be interested? Mister, I heard you were asking around the legend of the Sky Garden. I have to disappoint you, but it's only a legend. There's no garden, and there never was. That's right, it was cut beta content. That was scheduled for the Cryos Unleashed patch, but surprise, surprise, New Origin retconned everything. Okay. Well, at least he let us down easily. But he's got more quests available. Little Paporing's finally guiding us around now. Why do you look so sad? There's no reason to be sad. Let me finish telling you what I have to say. Just because I said the garden's only a legend doesn't mean there's nothing to that story. The garden is actually a wonderful city floating in the sky. It's very old and is populated by very friendly bird-like creatures. Those creatures visited the earth, bound to people. A deep friendship was established between people of the earth, people of the sky. They lived in peace and harmony for many centuries. Bird-like creatures even built a sky ship to let people of the earth visit. Oh crap. Well, anyways. The paradise was ruined when something called chaos took over and possessed all the earthbound people. Bird-like creatures tried to save the earthbound friends, but a huge chaos energy explosion destroyed the sky ship that was on a rescue mission and all the beings in it. Poring explained that this day the bird creatures decided to leave and hide their city with the intention to one day return once they were finally strong enough to defeat the chaos. They still wait for this day to arrive, and then Paris. So apparently, Paris. Okay. Okay. Their plan was to one day return with the power strong enough to fight the chaos. Till now, that day never came. Instead of good coming back to the chaos, the chaos in the form of evil appeared even stronger. You've already seen its container. You know her name. It's Paris, the bad girl. And okay. So, Paris was apparently trying to get some power within the city that could get her even stronger, but the bird-like creatures took everything with them, so the city is basically abandoned ruins. It's now visible. It's floating in the sky, and people can see it. So, Paporing wants us to go with him to the floating city and help drive back the chaos. Thinking we're strong enough to do it now. Spoiler warning. You'll see in about 19 levels, but ain't no way a person with +4 gear and a lightning oak weapon is going to be able to fight chaos. Alright, thank you so much for agreeing to help. Alright. Take us to the city. Okay, there you are. Well, it means you're ready. Okay, let's go. Close your eyes, grab my feet, believe in this one word. Arcadia. That's the place we will go. This is the real name of the city. Okay. Don't forget the word Arcadia. Alright. And... well, I'll never doubt magic again. So this is the city of Arcadia. Seems a bit abandoned. It's a big place, too. Anyways, let's talk to Paporing. We're in Arcadia City. So sorry if you're feeling a bit dizzy. That's because of the transfer. People have problems with it. I'll help stretch your legs a bit so you should walk around to the top of the city. There's somebody important waiting for you there. I'll just stay here, because this is a nice place. I agree. Okay. So, Arcadia City, at the moment, is abandoned. It's a big city. You can kind of see where every NPC is going to go from early on. Spoiler warning, we got to put people in here later. So, first off, be very careful walking around the edges of the city. The borders are not properly textured to have collision to prevent people from walking off, so you can walk off and lose a percentage of your health. Additionally, there's a lot of that doesn't really work here. See, like this weird thing, that weird thing. They're all important for later in the quests. That little citadel right there, that little platform, that's important for later. We'll unlock more of that later. Hello there. Abandoned sitting my ass. There are people standing right next to me. This right here is for something very, very later. I won't be going there for a while. And I suppose there's more to do. And catch the elevator. There we go. Let's go this way. Yep, that's the right way. To the top of the city I go. Hello there. I am Arcadia. I am the city, and I am more. I existed in the past, and I'm existing in the present. It'll be up to you if I will still be existing in the future. Sounds like a lot of pressure. Earthbound, I am in need of your help. My energy resources are fading. I can barely keep the city floating. Paris' attacks to break the invisibility spell in my attempt to protect the city ate up my last energy reserves. Okay, so... Alright. So, in order to keep Arcadia floating, we need to put energy collectors in each of the towns. Arcadia is going to save us some trouble by teleporting us right next to these quest NPCs. Yep. It's kind of easy. So, pretty much all of them are going to consent to it because it's an important factor. I mean, first off, we have no idea where Arcadia is in the sky. It's apparently visible to the naked eye, so it'll likely fall. We don't want this thing to fall on someone. Okay? We just need to install the second energy collector at Port of Winds. So it's going to warp us to Port of Winds, and I think this is like the default when you take like a portal that takes you back to Port of Winds. It always puts you in front of the west entrance. Let's talk to Steven Jr. What other quests do you have? Anyways, sets up that statue. By the way, when you complete these quests, these statues are up here permanently. They do absolutely nothing. They just sit there. They do help keep Arcadia afloat, but it's just sort of a completion sign that you're at that point of Arcadia, if ever you lose track. Excuse me. So we need to go to Pablo in Libra because I think he's the closest thing to a mare that fortress has. Alright, Pablo. And, yeah, just to give you another idea as how much XP this quest chain's giving me. Aside from that unicorn hunt, I've been mostly just talking to NPCs, and I've already gained a level. So, as you can see, that's the third energy collector. He installed it right there. 3 energy collectors are pretty good, don't you think? What do I level next? Do I level this more? I mean, it's good ability for what it is in, like, mobs and F7 and stuff. You know, I'm going to save it. I think I want to get Magma Piston for... No. I really don't know what to get. I think I'm just going to save it for Time Freeze. Let me see here. What do I need more of? What's my crit rate? 25.6 with this set. We'll put 5 more into agility. I'm going to, like, try and even it out. And I never got a chance to do this build on Cool Sam, so I'm going to do it on this one. Alright, became much better. To keep the floating city has been a lot easier. So, we need a lot more energy to finish this up. The energy resources... The next place, Kazara Village, has a huge spiritual energy reserve. Because dragons, you know, summoners... Yeah. I'm pretty sure a summoner can power New York City if it X-spammed hard enough. Alright. So, Ochuko is going to install the next energy core. He installs it down there. We only need 1 more energy collector. And I'm already at 10%. And we need the 5th energy collector at Ash Mist, and we need to talk to Varen for it, which should be pretty interesting. We found the Garden of Legend that he talked about. So, far be it from his surprise to be that he triggered the inspiration for our hero to eventually save the world from chaos. Thanks, Varen. Much like how he unintentionally allowed us to meet with Decker to unlock our true potential. I like this guy. Alright. That's another 40 mil XP. It's like 5% right there. Jeez. Negative energies are gathering as planned. They do bring balance. We've reached the highest energy level. So Arcadia is fully powered and ready to go. Neat. Okay. So we finished this. Got a nice 7% experience. The decision has been made. I exist in the past, I'll exist in the present, and I will exist in the future. With me, Arcadia City. Energy and balance brought back. Newbie, without you, this could have never been achieved. I will store everything you did in my data crystals so you will never be forgotten. Brought peace to Arcadia City. City has become a new home for many people. Let me assure you, all earthbound people are welcome who are willing to fill this city with new life. Positive energies are welcome. Okay. So, as a bit of a restore, a bit of a reward, we get that weird medal, but we also get puff towers. There's one in the top, middle, and bottom levels. And the next part of the quest chain. So there's the Metal Arcadia Explorer. And we don't got much left. In fact, there doesn't seem to be anyone else here other than Poporing over there. However, we still have an available quest. Let's see the details. Donnie and Fungoid Village. So, the next part of Arcadia, which will start in this part and then finish up in the next part, is getting people to fill it. Because this is a city. It's a big city, and we need to get people in it. So, yeah. We need to think around, ask around people. But first, we just unlocked a medal called Explorer of Arcadia. Let's take a look at it. Is it in here? Is it in here? Here it is. Arcadia Explorer, plus 10 to all stats, 7.5% attack speed. I'd hold off on this one. I mean, especially if you got a medal like this. Spoiler warnings, there are better metals that you can get from this area. So the quest journal kind of spoils where you have to go for each of these individuals. For this first one, the guild manager Donnie is the one that's... You're not Donnie. Evil soul witch. You're Andre. Wait. Oh, hey. Oh. Okay, I think I talked to him later. I think because he was added after Arcadia 1, so they had to put a quest where he gets included. Populating Arcadia City. Don't say a word. I already know what you're up to. My answer is yes. You need a guild manager for Arcadia City. Okay. So his cousin Lonnie is willing to be in Arcadia City. Neat. Okay. Number 2 is a blacksmith over in Odelia. Basically, every one of these generic NPC types all have relatives that look exactly like them that want to go to Arcadia City and set up shop there. You know, new city, new opportunities. Only this city is floating hundreds of feet off the ground, so you may want to hesitate a little there. These are more talk to quests. Will get us more stuff. But he's going to need some supplies before he goes there. Send his business partner to Arcadia. He just needs a cash system has reached its limits without upgrading it, some new hardware. I'm not able to open up another shop in Arcadia. So, he wants us, I kid you not, to get supplies for his cash module, cash system. We have to go to, wait, get this, Red Fox Delta to grab some electronic modules from monsters there. And then, let me see here, and a sensor. So, yeah. Red Fox Delta, you remember? One of the hardest dungeons pre-level 65 to complete. I could do expert mode, it's a really dang good experience, but I'm lazy. Even though, like, it'd be a good way to tack on additional experience to this. So, see if I can enter here with a boost pack. What? Game. Right here. I has it. I thought Popcorn fixed this bug. Okay. I don't even think I have a spare boost pack parry. Hold on. This is so embarrassing. I normally keep like necessary weapons here. I unfortunately have destroyed my boost pack parry, or I probably upgraded it to a Cygnus and sold it. This is bothersome. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, but by the way, New Puff Tower is going to be located in a third continent called Arcadia. Don't worry, it's not a full-fledged continent yet. Let's go back to Red Fox Delta Expert. It'll let me enter Expert mode. I know it will, but Expert Red Fox Delta takes an eternity at my level. So, at my level of gear. And I have like, there's like a risk of dying, so. Alright, sorry Frio, I run faster when I'm not riding on you. I'm sorry, I'm a fat penguin. I think it's... Is it you? No, you do the Cygnus. Is it you? Is it you? It's one of you. Okay, you get the boost pack parry blueprint. It needs 10 Satanics. There's a merchant right here. It cost me 10G to make. For equipment that I'm going to unequip the minute I warp into this dungeon. Ugh. I just wanted to go into Red Fox Delta and clear it real quick. It's going to be the last thing I do in this part. Alright. Yep. And you want to know the cruel irony to this? Because I'm not going into expert mode, I can still equip my boost pack Omega to go into and go through this whole dungeon with the Omega Go 1 equipped. Without penalty. It'll even let me enter Citrus's boss room. So anyways, the electric modules drop from Harpy Ladies. I believe it's not Citrus who drops the final sensor. It's actually like the first or second mid-boss. So you don't even have to fight Citrus, if I recall correctly. I do believe because this section actually does do a second wave, if you don't finish it fast enough, you could get extra modules from them. Don't quote me on this, I don't think that's necessary. You're probably wondering why am I using my plus 20 weapon instead of my plus 4. Because this is content we've already seen before. When we get to like the new mission maps and stuff, I will use a new weapon for the sake of consistency's sake, to stay with the whole newbie aspect of this. But this is all the dungeon you've seen before. This is all a area of the game that you've played through before. So, yeah. And it's going to be like this till the end of Arcadia 1. After Arcadia 1, it's all stuff you've been to before. It's all new stuff. But don't worry, this is like one of 3 dungeons that they're going to make you enter. Trust me. You're going to want to get access to the Magma Dungeon. I think they give you a key, but if not, just go farm a key off Rocco. It's real easy. Just go farm a key for the daily quest. It's real easy. Oh wow, I got the expert medal, and he didn't drop the sensor, so I'm gonna assume it's from Citrus. It's from Citrus or the Armored Campalang, but I'm assuming it's Citrus because I know that the Magma Dungeon one you have to fight like normal monsters, and the Kandara Dungeon one you have to actually go through the whole thing and beat Batista. So, but it was the Red Fox Delta one, I wasn't sure. So, most of this is from memory. I have to do this, like, quest on multiple characters. I've done this quest chain on multiple characters. At least part 1. Part 2 is where I start to procrastinate at because it's the longest of the 3 parts in terms of quests. Because it's where all the original content is. And then after that is part 3, which is all original, but it's mostly confined to, like, 1 mission map and then a dungeon. And then, like, 80% of the stuff you fight is in that dungeon. You know, it kind of makes sense we're going to Red Fox Delta with this. I believe Red Fox Delta is supposed to be a prequel area to the Sky Garden. Because, like, it talks about a place called the Solstice Stairs and all that, where you... I don't know, it's one of those, like, things in Dragon Saga that was, like, never properly established. Like, there's a background lore to this game. I looked it up, too. It was kind of weird. Like, okay, so Deckard has a brother named Louis. Okay, so Wyvern was, like, the big dragon lord, and then, like, he had dragon champions. One of them was named Louis. One of them was named Deckard. Elga was the one who kind of betrayed everyone. There's, like, 5 legendary pieces of equipment, which is, like, a helmet, a ring, a necklace, and then, like, some other stuff, and like some of the designs for those legendary equipments became generic equipment later down the line, which were then like kind of scrapped all together for like sets. It's weird. Like, I don't know if anyone has like the whole original beta like transcript notes on what the original lore for this game was supposed to be, but it's complicated. Okay, just blow this up right away. I forgot these machine campbellings are actually kind of tanky. Yep, go blow up your machine. And yep, I am going to have to fight Citrus. Which means I am not taking this to part 2. Which means I am definitely taking this to part 2. Because nobody wants to have to sit through me doing another boss fight with Citrus as a sorcerer. Come on, my viewers have suffered enough. They cringe watching me fight bosses as a sorcerer. I used cringe unironically here. A player has drawn Best Hood of Unity. They had to remove the names. They removed the names recently. I kind of like that because I hated getting whispered after every successful mix board. But also, sometimes I actually liked getting whispered after every successful mix board. Anywho, my defenses aren't too high, even though I upgraded my pieces of gear. By the way, I'll go over those armor pieces when we get to Dracos, but you should have the gold to market buy them at this point in the game, from like farming expert mode and doing F7 and all that to get gold through selling normal equips. Cryos F1 spam is available, which is like amazing for my level still. In fact, better methods aren't going to be available until the early 70s and maybe even the late 70s. Okay. Ugh. God. I hate this boss. Seriously, you can sing the lyrics to System of a Down's Jump and it'd basically just be this boss fight in a nutshell. I wonder if I put this up, will like just randomly chip damage her because she's in range. I don't know if that skill has a vertical range. And like her guns are like aiming at me and stuff, and then like these guys are randomly drifting closer, bonus bombers. Thankfully they take full damage instead of 1 damage. Okay, it's almost over. Let's see. See, I wanted to do expert Red Fox Delta to level because it's slightly faster than Verdurous Forest, but Verdurous Forest is consistency. You can do this at any gear level. Red Fox Delta is when you have your gear maxed and you're trying to cap off at a new level cap. Like, say you're in like the lower 80s and you haven't started Arcadia 3 yet, and you need to start Arcadia 3. That's what I mean. Alright. Finish Red Fox Delta. Let's see if I get an upgrade kit. It's actually easier to tell if you got an upgrade kit by having the quest accepted. No upgrade kit. Oh well. Oh well. I finished the quest. All that for 4% experience. I actually don't mind that because that's a lot. And I think you're the one in Alora. Yep. And I believe you're not going to ask me for anything, so I'm glad for that. So let's just keep going until it asks me to do a dungeon. Be the next 5 minutes of this recording session. Soldiers, we are heroes, and they don't know how to fail. Follow my lead. Okay, very motivational speeches. Report some evil. Do you need a protection? Oh, you need protection for a whole freshly discovered city, Arcadia. You came to right the person. It would be a real honor for my soldiers to protect Arcadia City. So we just got a guard force. Okay. The best of you will go to Arcadia City and become new city guards. You will be... Alright, listen up, men. There are wolves out there, and they need generic soldier archetypes to slap in the face. I only accept the best. Okay? This quest right here, the last choice is for Dracos. Don't worry about it. It's to make stuff. So who else can we get to go to Arcadia? There's the pet merchant. It's not in this city. No, and I know what you're thinking. No, the nurse Mimi will not be coming with us to Arcadia City. She's married. Sorry. I'm sorry. Here, I'll write you guys a touching apology. I dropped the mic, but this blue snowball is expensive. Alright, let me see here. Where's the... Oh, it's the Moonlight Shore one. Okay. That was kind of awkward. Managed to get through this entire quest chain unscathed. And just like I screw up, I managed to do that walk away line and then messed up. Okay. Okay, this is where I'm going to end up the next part. And then just go to part 2 because, oh god, this quest. Okay, so the next presidential candidate gone missing. President Husky is missing. Well, this was before he got elected. Should have been Helix. Anyway, Felix. Anyways, President Husky, in his campaign to ensure the safety of the denizens of Dragon Saga, has ventured into Kandara Dungeon to challenge Mutissa, and has gone missing. Next time on Dragon Saga's Newbie Guide, we continue to populate Arcadia by saving our president from this evil. See you guys then.